So I just had a major blunder. I just recorded like a 5 minute video only to realize that after I turned my phone back around that I wasn't even recording in my direction. So there's nothing but audio and my window, like the view of my window and my computer setup and everything. Oh my gosh. But anyways, it's totally fine. Let that be a lesson. I'm going to go into some of the main things that I try my best to, and will look forward to employing more into my videos going forward. So as of right now, I'm recording myself with the back facing camera. So not the front facing camera, but the camera on the back that doesn't show you what you look like, doesn't show you reflection or anything like that. I'm using that because I don't know, but I'm going to assume that there's a better quality of video doing it that way. Secondly, it does me a little bit of, it does help me a little bit to not overthink so much what I look like in front of the video, and I can just focus a little bit more on the concept of the ideas that I'm trying to move through the screen to you. So that's the second reason. Thirdly, I think that's what most people do that record videos. I mean, yeah, if I had like a DSLR, like a super like high tech camera, it's gonna have the big old lens in the front, and then I'll probably have a little camera or a little screen on the side that lets me know what I look like, which obviously would be nice, but I'm making do with what I have, and I encourage you to do the same. If you're in the same position as me, it's not necessary, there's no need to spend so much money on a setup before you've even gotten up and going, because what's going to be really the most valuable thing to you and for the people that watch your videos is the fact that you're consistent, is the fact that you show up every time, is the fact that you don't let little things like that hold you back. Because honestly, that's been me in the past for a long time, and it kept me from really producing stuff that I was going to be proud of, because what really matters is the iteration. What really matters is how many reps you do of the thing that you're trying to get better at. It could be this screen, it could be a freaking Motorola. The Motorola's never had a camera, but you get my point. And so try to focus a little bit more on that. The other thing I wanted to talk about in this video is the fact that a couple of years ago, I was in a boot camp that taught people how to do user-generated content, which is UGC for short. And what that is, if you're not aware, is imagine that you're a company and you're selling toothpaste, and you want people to know about your toothpaste, but you don't have the money to really have like a high production type of advertisement that you normally see on TV and things like that. But you do want to show kind of what the product does. You want to show what it looks like. You want to show people using it every day, and basically showing it to the customer who's viewing that advertisement what they can expect from it. And so then was born the user-generated content field, which is actually blown up in the past couple of years. You see it all the time on TikTok, TikTok Live, where people will basically post up just like I am right now, and they'll have a product in hand and they'll show you exactly how it works. Sometimes they'll have their face in it, but you don't have to have your face in it. Anyways, my whole point in bringing that up is because some of the principles that I learned in that boot camp, I'm doing my best to going forward employ into my own videos. Some of those things happen to be making great eye contact, which I haven't always been the best at. I'm a little bit better at it when I'm speaking about something that I'm super passionate about. Therefore, I don't have to overthink like how I'm coming across in the video. Of course, I care how I come across, and I think that you should care as well. But it shouldn't trump the whole delivery of it. You should focus more on what it is you're trying to communicate, being an effective communicator, right? And so that was number one, keeping great eye contact with the camera, or with the people out on the other side of the screen. Secondly, showing emotions, like actually doesn't mean being emotional. It means, can you mess with the inflections and the tone in your voice? Can you use your body language to describe ideas, to articulate ideas more accurately in a way that whoever's listening or watching also is transfused, and those emotions are transferred over to them and they can feel them, and you're more effective that way. That was another thing. So emotions, eye contact. Thirdly, being succinct. So what do I mean by that? Some of my videos, you will notice that I will kind of like go into tangents, or there will be a lot of ums and pauses and things like that. Now, I'm conscious of it and I know that I do it, but it's because a lot of the times in my videos, I just want to record, And not always am I going for like a quick and punchy type of experience for you. Although I do want to lean more towards that because I understand that that's more impactful for you and your time is valuable. So I'm going to, moving forward, do my best to do that for you. Now, I'm still going to have longer videos where you kind of see more of me, where it's not so edited and cut and dry, because I do think that a certain audience gets curated that way. And I do want some people to see that side of me, if not for them, but for myself, because when I started this channel, it was for documentation. But that's 1, 2, and 3. Some of the other things were getting in a relaxed state. So I don't know if you can tell right now, but I'm a little bit too pumped up to be super relaxed. If I, there's a little bit of relaxation in there, but it's definitely trumped right now by the excitement. And that was another thing that the professor in the boot camp talked about in the user-generated content boot camp, was to get yourself in a state of glee, get yourself in a state of relaxation, so that when you go onto the camera, you're not all nervous, you're not all self-conscious, you're not overthinking everything that you're saying, you're not overthinking what you look like, which is, again, a big part of the reason that I've now switched from the front camera to the back-facing camera. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. For the sake of this video not being too long, I'm going to leave it there. I also have some pizza waiting for me. It is Friday, and on Fridays, Whole Foods has $12 large whole cheese pizzas. So I'm going to go devour that, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you like some of my other videos, do yourself a favor and myself a favor and subscribe. I would love to see you in the next one. But for now, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.